What's up, everybody? I know your girl has been missing in action, but I'm stuck in a little bit of 5 o'clock traffic, so I'm coming at you with a little story time. So, your girl been sick for about, you could say me and the kids been sick all week. I think I just got over the worst of it yesterday. But anyway, what day this was? The day before yesterday, LJ was running a fever, so I put them down to go to sleep. Yeah, like I was saying, I put them down to go to sleep, and he woke up. I want to say it was like 11-ish, 12-ish, and he was like whining or whatever. So I went to go and check on him, and I don't know, something made me like look at his legs for some reason. So I looked at his legs, and he had like these whelp looking things all over his legs. So I started kind of freaking out. So, and then I looked at his face, and his face looked like somebody slapped him in the face. Like it was all swollen, and it had like the same whelps on it that was on his legs. So I tried to call Larry around there because I was trying not to like freak out. And I ended up calling 911. And 911 didn't even pick up the phone. They had to call me back. They called me back. And then like Larry was like trying to calm me down and everything. So I was like, okay, I think it's all right. We're gonna just take him to the emergency room and everything. So they was like, okay, well, call us back if you need us and everything. So I like rushed, and I put on LJ clothes and everything. Like now when I think about it, like he wasn't acting in distress or nothing. I think I just started freaking out because that's just me. I just freak out over silly things. I mean, I don't think that was silly though. Like I really thought like maybe he was having like an allergic reaction or something, and I didn't want his throat to close up on him. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up taking him to the emergency room. Oh my God, it was so many people in the emergency room. Not people, it was so many kids in the emergency room. It was like 7 kids in the waiting area with us. And I asked the lady, is this normal? Like these just popped up out of nowhere, should I be concerned? And she was like, oh, it's not normal, we'll get you in a triage, blase. So then we sat out there for maybe like 10 minutes, and they called us back. And the lady, she was just she had like a vibe about her. So LJ, he's terrified, I guess, of the doctors, because every time he goes to the doctor, he gets shots. So I guess he thought he was going to be getting a shot. So he was like, anxious and crying and everything. So I think she took his temperature, and she was asking me, play by play what was going on. And I had to give LJ, she gave me like some Tylenol or something to give to LJ. So I was trying to give the Tylenol to LJ, and he was freaking out. So she made a comment. Now mind you, I'm already kind of like, my little anxiety level is like already up there or whatever. So she made a comment like, oh mama, you better get that under control, or in 5 years he's going to be beating you up. And I'm like, what? Like, why would you say something like that? Like, you've only known my kid for like not even 5 minutes, and you're already coming to that conclusion. You don't even know what's wrong with him. You don't know his history. You don't know anything like that. You're just making assumptions at this point because you see that he's crying, and I don't know, he's just crying and he's acting like he's in distress, and that's the assumption that you make. I felt like that was very rude, and I was beyond aggravated at that point. So I pretty much asked her like, is this like, does this seem life-threatening? Can I wait until the morning to see the pediatrician? What? She was like, oh, the doctor's probably going to want to see him. They'll probably give him some Benadryl. And I'm like, Benadryl? Like, I can give that to him at home. I just wanted to know if he was okay. So she was trying to get me to stay there, but I ended up leaving, and I like broke down in the car. I broke down in the car because, you know, people, you just don't know what people are going through. You don't know what kind of day they're having. And, you know, just to say something that off the wall, like, that really pissed me off. And it made me want to hit that lady. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, I try to control myself around my children. But I just really feel like people, especially when you're working a job like that, you're working around children. You're in a children's emergency room. Clearly they're sick. They're kids. They're 2-3-year-old kids. What do you expect? Like, I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, that was my little ER story or whatever. I just felt like I always have problems at that emergency room. Like, the people there are just not friendly at all. Like, but that's like the only hospital here that has a children's emergency room. But yeah, their customer service freaking sucks. And just a little, you know, message out there to people who work with children that aren't patient. Like, you need to find another job. Seriously. Like, what do you want us to do? You need to find another job. If you don't have the patience to deal with a kid that's in distress, then you need another job. Because one day, you know, she might say the wrong thing to somebody, and they're not going to be as nice as I was. They're going to clock her in the mouth because that was rude. You don't talk about people's kids. Like, I've noticed that a lot in older people. You know, I'm not being rude or anything, but I noticed that a lot in older people. Older people just feel like they can say whatever, and you know, and that's that, and you have to respect them because they're your elder. But that's not true in my book. I'm sorry. Like, I give respect to who gives respect to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just because you're older than me, don't think that I have to respect you just off top. Because if you're rude to me, I'm going to be rude to you. And that's just that. So that's my little story time about, you know, my trip to the ER. And, you know, me and the kids, we're on the road to recovery. I still sound a little bit sick. And the kids, they broke their fevers. And my mom suggested that I give them like a multivitamin every day. You know, since LJ is in school now, he's picking up a lot of germs. Because that's where we got this from. Him. And he got it from someone at school. So I'm probably going to do that. Give him. I know back in the day we used to have like Flintstone vitamins. I don't know if they still have those. But I'm going to try to find them, you know, a multivitamin or whatever. But anyway, I'm almost to my destination. So holla at your girl.
I just changed diapers. Oh my goodness.
Who did it?
Lauren.
Lauren, you pooped?
Yes.
Lauren.
She was over there sitting down quiet.
You pooped, Lauren?
And then let me tell you what else he said.
What?
I tell mommy. I said, you said what? I tell mommy. I said, I'll tear your tail up. I tell mommy. I said, ooh.
LJ, look at your diaper.
I said, ooh. He said he gonna tell mommy.
Good, that's right. So whenever somebody doing something to you, you make sure you come tell me, okay? You got to pull these pants up, though.
Tell what auntie do to you, LJ?
What auntie do?
Say, did auntie spank? Say, nobody got a spanking, but auntie sure did threaten.
Okay,
She did.
why
She
I'm letting you
threatened.
play with this?
No, LJ, you're
Stop.
not supposed to be messing with that. What you tell your mommy what happened?
What happened?
Did auntie spank? Did auntie spank? Yes or no? Did I say yes or no? Did I spank?
Look at this girl.
Did I spank you? Say no.
No.
Okay. Was you a good boy? Were you? And this one, oh, this is a little rough one right here too.
Are you ready to have some tea?
Nobody took a nap. Nobody laid down.
You
Nobody
want to have
did
some
nothing.
tea? Huh? Hi. What you like some tea and cookies? Would you like some tea and cookies?
Say, drink your tea. Lauren, drink your tea. Go.
I was leaving the hair store and this guy was outside selling CDs. I didn't even know they did that anymore. But he was like, yeah, it's only $1. You know, I'm trying to do the right thing out here. But yeah, he never even gave me his name. And his music actually sounds pretty good. But yeah, support small businesses when you can. Later, Vanessa bought me a vegetable egg roll. And I'm not even going to wait to get home to eat it. I'm going to eat it right now. I have to follow people inside because Larry lost my key. I really hate doing this because if nobody comes in the gate, that means I'm stuck. Or I have to try to call Larry. And let me tell you, Larry don't ever answer the phone. So, thank God somebody came to the gate right after me. So I was able to go home because your girl is sick and tired. Literally. Probably sound like a nagger right now, but don't you hate it when people who don't live in your apartment building park in your parking spaces? Like, we don't have any assigned parking out here, but common sense, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have to park super far from my house and I got 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? When people, if they would stop being freaking lazy and just go park on their side, I would have a place to park. Like, I don't know, that just really irks my soul. Like, it makes me want to go around and poke holes in people's tires because, like, why are y'all taking up our spaces? Why? Look at I can't show you our apartments, but look how they are. Okay, 4 apartment buildings over here. You get out your car, you go to your apartment. These spots are designated for us, okay? Not the other building over there. Y'all can't see it, but not the other building. Y'all do better. Do better. I made it home. I took the kids out the car, got everything out of the car, put on some comfy clothes. Oh, did I tell y'all that I have a new phone? Because the last new phone that I had, I was trying to take the cheap route out. And you know, they say you get what you pay for. So I was definitely getting what I paid for, which was absolutely nothing because it was a free phone. It was just stalling already, like on day 1. So I challenged myself because I have a phone problem. I like to purchase phones a lot throughout the year. So that was one of my New Year's resolutions, to buy one phone and stick to that phone for at least a year. I know some of y'all are probably like, a year? Just a year? Yes, that's a big deal for me because let me tell you, last year I probably bought more than like maybe 20 phones. If that, it was probably more. I don't know. I had a serious issue with phones. Is that like a real addiction, like a phone addiction? But anyway, yeah, today is one of those days I'm glad I cleaned up my house before I left, because now all I have to do is make some dinner and get the kids ready for bed. I don't know if I'm going to send LJ to school tomorrow. He has been to school like all week. He was acting fine, but every time nighttime comes around, he starts that coughing and he starts getting hot again. So I don't know. We'll see how he acts in the morning, and that's going to determine whether or not I send him to school, because I'm not going to send him to school while he's sick like that. So yep, we shall see. So I'm about to cook. I took out some hamburger meat. I don't know what I'm going to make with that hamburger meat, but I guess I'll figure something out. Hot mess, but this is how everything came out. We have baked spaghetti, and I do chop it up for them with some green beans and some Hawaiian rolls. Yummy, yummy. Y'all, I just found out some exciting news, but I gotta keep it a secret.
We're having another baby.
Shut the hell up. No, we're not.
Put me on the camera. We're having another baby.
Yeah, he's lying. We're not having a baby, okay? But somebody I know is. Time to go to bed. Say goodnight.
Night.
Turn around.
Oh, he tried.
Say goodnight, YouTube.
Night.
Wait, bye-bye.
Bye bye.